Good evening, friends. I'm really glad to see you here at my live stream. And I see Nini from the United Kingdom has joined us. And today I will be talking about very interesting subject. I will be talking about the sense of purpose that we have. And Tanya VS has joined us. Здравствуйте, Евгений. Добрый вечер, Таня. У нас сегодня будет очень интересная тема, и мы будем говорить о речи Марка Цукерберга немножко, о том, что он сказал выпускникам Гарварда. Я хотел бы немножко об этом поделиться и поразмышлять на эту тему. И я буду говорить на английском и на русском, поскольку здесь Нанин, она из Великобритании, она говорит на английском. Nanine is here, she is from Great Britain and she speaks English, and also I will be speaking in English and also in Russian, and today we will be talking about the speech of Mark Zuckerberg at Harvard's, and its commencement speech in 2017, and he was talking about the sense of purpose for every human being, and I would like to discuss this with you today. Hello, Faith Friday Gibson. I'm glad that you have joined my stream, and today we are talking about a very interesting subject, as you have heard already. Таня, хорошо, что вы продолжаете здесь оставаться, и мы немножко сегодня поговорим о речи Марка Цукерберга. Host will let it on for you. Thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. Спасибо, что вы меня ободряете. И мы посмотрим вот на речь Марка Цукерберга, немножко на его основные моменты, которые вот он здесь сказал. И это очень интересная речь, которую он произнес. И сейчас я немножко покажу ее на видео. И она была сделана как бы в обычных таких в обычной такой американской манере. Сейчас реклама пройдет просто на этом. So, guys, I would like to show you the speech of Michael Zuckerberg a little bit, so that you could find this site.
If I get through this speech today, it'll be the first time I actually finish something here at Harvard.
And it's very interesting speech that he has.
Exactly where you were and what you were doing when you got that email telling you got into Harvard. I was playing the video game Civilization, and I ran downstairs and got my dad.
So basically, Mark Zuckerberg is speaking in just typical American manner, and these are kind of short presentations from his speech, and this is kind of interesting. Мы видим, что Марк Цукерберг вот произносит свою речь, и это довольно-таки интересно, в типичной такой американской манере он говорит, но это я просто вам показал для того, чтобы вы могли увидеть этот сайт и потом послушать эту речь. Она также есть и на русском языке, вот она переведена на русский язык. So I just showed you to have an idea where to get this speech, and it is in a typical American manner, and it is also translated into a Russian language, so people who are speaking Russian can watch that video and learn from that speech. And he pointed out to two main things in that speech, to which I would like you to point your attention as well. Melody, Avon is here. Thumbs up to you, bro. I saw you live when I go to bed. Ha ha ha. I spent minutes to stay for a while to show my support. Thank you, Melody. I know it's a difference of time there, but I appreciate your support. Gatsky TV is here. Melanie Avon, hello to you. And Melody Avon says it's 2 a.m. here now. Hello to all. Hello, Gatsky. Well, yes, it's early in the morning, and I appreciate you saying hello to me, and I wish you good night rest. And today we are discussing Mark Zuckerberg's commencement speech at Harvard in the year of 2017. And in this speech, he is talking about the sense of purpose in life for every human being. And he says that it is not just enough for everyone to have a goal or purpose. It is important to have a sense of purpose in our life. This is basically what he says here. And I would like to ask you guys what you think about it. Do you have a purpose? So, do you have a goal in your life? Or also, it is very important to pay attention at this speech that Mark Zuckerberg says a lot about how he entered Harvard and how they created Facebook, how he met his wife there at Harvard, and he's actually talking that our world is changing today. And because our world is changing, we need to get adjusted to improve the world for better. And also, he will mention some big problems which we have in this world, and we will be talking about it with you as well. And Gatsky TV says hello to Tanya. Melody and Avon said, great topic, bro. And also Tanya VS says hello. И для Тани вот сейчас переведу немножко. I will say a little bit in Russian right now for Tanya because she speaks Russian. So guys, if you want to know more about Tanya, just join her channel and just get connected with her. Zahida in London vlogs. Hi dear, watching you from London. Hope you are fine. Thank you, Zahida. I'm glad. Thank you for watching me from London. It's probably the same time here and there, and I'm appreciative of your time. And today we are discussing Mark Zuckerberg's commencement speech to graduates of Harvard, and it's a very important speech. And he actually encouraged the Harvard graduates to have a purpose in their life, but also not to have a purpose, but to deliver the sense of purpose to the community. And the second part of his speech is dedicated to community. And I will talk about that also. It is also important for us to build community because in the past communities were different than they are right now. Social networking is providing for us a way to create certain community today, and we are actually creating community right now with you. And I will read some comments. Shout out Tanya, shout out Melody, shout out Kinyi Eng. Kinyi Eng, hi Day Palms. Getski TV says Tanya beautiful. I'm gonna visit your channel now. Getski TV is visiting Tanya's channel. Таня, ваш канал сейчас посещает Гетски. Ну, а мы будем продолжать нашу тему. И вот в этой теме Марк Цукерберг говорит не только о том, что очень важно иметь цель в жизни, но очень важно передавать эту цель, то есть вести за собой людей, чтобы также у людей было чувство принадлежности к этой цели. То есть и это он хочет делать посредством создания сообществ, которые по сути и создаются на Фейсбуке и в других социальных сетях, и мы тоже об этом будем с вами сегодня говорить. И что же значит для нас быть причастным к определенной цели? Давайте подумаем над этим вопросом. What does it mean for us to be actually connected with a greater goal? Let us think about it a little bit. And are you feeling connected to a greater goal in your life? You know, are you following someone, or you are feeling a part of this big goal, big project? Or it's very hard to answer this question. And бабушкина кухня присоединилась к нам. Она говорит good evening, Евгений. Good evening, Евген. Hello, chat. Glad to see everyone. Добрый вечер, бабушкина кухня. Мы вас рады видеть. Спасибо, Аня, что вы к нам присоединились. И мы сегодня разбираем интересную тему. Я пытаюсь говорить на двух языках, на английском и на русском. И мы сегодня говорим о речи Марка Цукерберга, которую он произнес в 2017 году перед выпускниками Гарварда. И как раз к этому времени он уже закончил Гарвард, потому что он его бросил в определенное время, так не доучившись, поскольку занялся вот этой компанией своей Facebook. Но в этой речи он много говорит о том, как он познакомился со своей женой. Ну и в основном он говорит о двух основных аспектах своей речи. Это чувство цели, которое должно быть у каждого человека, и чувство причастности к этой цели. И кроме этого, он говорит о сообществах, как средствах реализации определенных проектов и так далее в нашей жизни. И вот это очень интересно. Эта речь переведена также на русский язык. Ее можно найти на сайтах, если вам интересно. Просто набрать в гугле речь Цукерберга в Гарварде, и вы увидите ее с переводом. Он в своей обычной такой американской манере шутит и выступает перед выпускниками, чтобы их ободрить и так далее. Ободрить, да, to encourage them. И я буду переключаться с английского на русский, чтобы было всем хорошо. I will be switching between English and between Russian so that everybody would feel comfortable here. So, Mark Zuckerberg, as I said, recently said that it is not just enough for everyone to have a purpose. It is important to have a sense of purpose in our life. In other words, we need to feel that we are connected with something greater than just our life. For example, today people are talking about ecological problems, and many kids and many students are taking part in solving that kind of problem for our planet. And in such sense, they have this feeling of a sense of purpose. And for me, it is kind of interesting. Are you really feeling getting involved with something which is kind of global in this world? When we lived in the communist Soviet Union, we were connected with a greater goal, I would say, all of us, because we were trying to build communism all over the world, and thanks God it didn't work out. And today we are kind of lost. Where should we find this purpose and this sense of purpose? И я просто говорю, что где же нам найти цель в нашей жизни? Ну, личную цель в нашей жизни мы можем найти, но Марк Цукерберг здесь говорит о том, что для нас важно быть причастным к какой-то большей цели в этом мире. Конечно, когда мы жили с вами во времена Советского Союза, да, мы были причастны к какой-то общей цели, и мы чувствовали, что мы в каком-то смысле причастны. Да, мы строим коммунизм, слава Богу, что мы его не построили, вот, и все как бы закончилось на этом, но у людей, в принципе, было чувство причастности, и было очень большое противостояние. Если говорить об американском обществе, то многие американцы, они причастны к так называемой американской мечте. И это заставляет их двигаться, заставляет их изобретать что-то, заставляет их идти дальше. И поэтому очень насущный такой существенный вопрос для нас с вами. Как же нам с вами понять, к чему мы причастны в этом мире, или причастны ли мы в этом мире к чему-либо, за кем мы идем и кто нас ведет. So for us it is very important to understand who are we connected with in this world, towards what goal we are striving. And this is what I just want to ask you. Please drop me a comment or something, just write it in the comments. Are you following a bigger purpose in your life, or have you determined the bigger purpose in your life? And Mark Zuckerberg says that today we have a great potential to be connected with the greater purpose in our life by building communities and by raising up leaders who are going to be the leaders of those communities. And this is what I would like to address today. And also, I would like to give you another example of a greater purpose, and this is the book which I have read with my wife, and I will introduce this book to you right now. I just need to translate it into Russian. И я сейчас хочу, друзья, познакомить вас еще с одной более высокой целью, которую мы увидели с женой в одной из книг, которую мы прочитали. В одно из лето было, и летом мы читаем иногда вместе книги. Мы прочитали одну книгу, которая называется Three Cups of Tea, по-английски «Три чашки чая». И вот моя жена как раз присоединилась. Наталья Молодшая, Raising Winners, говорит привет, поэтому соединяйтесь с ней, если вы еще не соединены. And my wife just joined right now the stream, and her name is Natalia, and she is here, so join her. And join her channel. She is an educator. She is thinking about raising leaders also in this world. And today we're talking about the sense of purpose and the sense of greater purpose. And I'm sharing that my wife and I, we read one book in English, which is called Three Cups of Tea. And I would like to show you this book right now, guys. And there is a site actually where this book can be purchased. And this is quite a fascinating story. I will tell you a little bit about this story right now. But first, I would like to tell you about it in Russian. Вот эта книга называется «Три чашки чая», и она довольно-таки интересная. События, которые описываются в этой книге, произошли на самом деле. И автор этой книги – это один из журналистов, который описал жизнь Грега Мортисона. Дело в том, что Грег Мортисон, он путешествовал в Пакистане и хотел забраться на одну из гор. Он был альпинистом. И получилось так, что он попал там в бурю и так далее, сильно пострадал. И, в общем, его там нашли местные жители. И местные жители, другими словами, в Пакистане спасли ему жизнь. И они предложили ему вот 3 чашки чая. Вот. Первая чашка чая состояла в том, что он был незнакомец, поэтому они предложили ему гостеприимство. Вторая чашка чая состояла в том, что они стали друзьями. И третья чашка чая состояла в том, что они сказали, что раз мы теперь друзья, мы готовы за тебя умереть. И эти слова его настолько потрясли, что он отправился в Соединенные Штаты, затем он не находил себе покоя и решил вернуться в это место, в эту глубокую деревню в Пакистане и начать строить школы для бедных детей. И вот эта история описана вот в этой книге. И эта книга как раз нам рассказывает о более высокой цели и посвящении себя более высокой цели и причастности к этой цели в мире. Он нашел поддержку для того, чтобы осуществить вот этот проект, эту мечту. И я немножко позже об этом расскажу и так далее. А сейчас я буду по-английски говорить об этом немножко, чтобы мои англоязычные друзья понимали, вот что происходит. And now I will be talking in English so that my English-speaking friends would understand what is going on here. And I actually read the book Three Cups of Tea with my wife. And this is the book about one person, an American, who was in the mountains in Pakistan, and he has gotten into the storm. And as a result, he has almost lost his life. And people from Pakistan in the village, in a very remote village in the mountains, has found him. And they offered him 3 cups of tea, actually, and that saved his life. And it was their tradition to offer 3 cups of tea. The first cup was offered to him because he was a stranger, and it was showing him hospitality. And second cup was offered to him as a friend because they got acquainted with him and they became very close. And the third cup was offered to him as one for whom they were ready to give their life, actually. And that was their tradition in Pakistan. To welcome strangers like that and to show their love towards any person. And this Greg Mortison, the alpinist, the mountain person who was in the mountains, just was so touched by their hospitality, by their care for him, because he was terrible, after that mountain storm. He was just losing his health and his life. And if it were not local people from the Pakistani village, he would not survive. He would be just die. So he was just impressed so much by this attitude towards him that he promised the people in the village to come back after he goes to America and start building schools for them. And when he went to America, he started thinking about this. And he didn't have any money actually to build schools. And he needed to find some money for that. And he asked several people to help him with that. And just a few people just helped him with the money and with everything. And he went back to Pakistan and he started that project of building schools for the people in the village. And as a result, he succeeded. He had built almost 50 schools. I don't remember, in 3 years or in 10 years, actually. Right now, we read this book maybe 3 years ago, so just do not remember it right now. So he was building schools, but he went through a lot of difficulties there. At first, he had to win trust. Some people didn't trust him. Later on, it happened, that Taliban, their terrorists, were actually trying to get his life from him, and many other things, many other obstacles he came across with there. And in such a way, this book actually describes a greater purpose in life that Greg Mortison, the main character of this book, in reality took. And this is what it is important for us. And he was building his own community, and he was building the community which would support him. And this is the real example of a goal which the person had, and with the results actually he received by following that purpose. And many other people were connected to that purpose as well. And today, this is actually my my question to all of us, and my question is, what makes you different from the rest of people in the world? What makes you different? И сегодня вот мой вопрос к вам, друзья, состоит в следующем. Это вопрос также касается меня. Что делает меня другим в сравнении с другими людьми в этом мире? Есть ли у меня цель и в этом мире, и причастен ли я к какой-то более высокой цели в этом мире? И какое значение для меня имеет сообщество, к которому я прилепляюсь или в котором я состою? And what is actually the world where everyone has a sense of purpose? Yeah, this is what Mark Zuckerberg was talking about. He was talking about two main purposes, and one is to have a greater sense of purpose and to be attached to that sense of purpose through building community. But also it was noticed that there were a lot of communities created on the Facebook. There were a lot of groups created on the Facebook. And as a result, there was a big drop out from those groups, folks. And and it is a kind of interesting observation. And let us look together at the purpose of communities right now. So, communities give us a sense that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And for us, it is very important. And also, I would like with you to read some comments right now. Thank you that you are staying here. And I will pick up a little bit. Melody and says, nice to hear of you topic, my friend. Till next live stream of you, I will join next time. I just replay this tomorrow for sure. I need to sleep now, my friend. Thank you and good night. Thank you, Melody, and thank you that you have joined us and got acquainted with some of the people who were here on the stream. And I will be closing maybe in 15 minutes or so, and we are coming to talk about some important things right now. I see that there is no Russian speakers; they kind of dropped out, and it allows us to speak more right now in English. So, guys, what is the community? You probably belong to the community on the Facebook, or you belong to the community right now. For example, on YouTube, and we are building our community right now. And communities give us a sense that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And it was actually noticed that there is a big dropout from the communities. Like Mark Zuckerberg expected that uh, many people actually would join Facebook, and it happened. But as a result, it happened that people created groups, but they were not active in those groups. It was a big dropout from those groups. And why did it happen? And Nani says, hi, host. Hi, Nani. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me and joining me. Hello, everyone. So why is that big drop out from the communities? And people started asking those kind of questions. And as a result, it turned out that people started to talk about organic communities and authentic communities. So, and actually, it was good that Mark Zuckerberg said that kind of a commencement speech to the students of Harvard. And it was a good speech, as I said. And of course, I'm not Mark Zuckerberg, but still, I can comment on his speech. It was a typical speech in an American, encouraging manner. But there was something missing in that speech, actually. And it's good to have a goal. It's good to be actually to be to feel like you are part of that goal. It's good to have a sense of that goal. It's good that you can follow the leader or feel that you belong to something greater in the world, that you are solving some kind of problems in the world, like you are helping ecology, you are fighting terrorism in the world, or you are just supporting those who help the poor in Africa, for example, and you are sending your money to those organizations and you feel that you belong to those kind of things and to solving those kind of things. But still, how just to make sure that you are not feeling just out of those communities and those kind of things. And some organizations, they just feel that there is a big dropout. And some other people have joined me. La France Hart is here. Hi, host. Hi, La France. And I'm glad you joined. And Faith Friday is here still with us. So, and I think one thing which is missing from the speech of Mark Zuckerberg to the students of Harvard is the value thing. All communities, they actually cannot be built on some kind of universal values which would fit everybody. Actually, he didn't talk about values in that speech. At least I haven't noticed that. And I think that this is what is missing from building good community. To build a good community, we need to have values for those communities, and this might be values like honesty or trust, those kind of things. And if we do not have those kind of foundational values in our life, it will be very hard to build the community which would serve a good purpose. And I think that was something that was missing in his speech. And he just didn't talk about values. He talked about a sense of purpose for everybody. He was talking about a goal or purpose for everyone. And he was talking about building communities and like people can get together in the community and just they can come up with some kind of an idea which they are going to fulfill. But you see, the point is that there should be something as a foundational for those kind of ideas to be fulfilled. And I believe those foundations they are just they should be concentrated and worked out through values. And let us basically uh, let us basically think about it a little bit. When we are building communities or when we are part of the communities, what values we are actually what values we believe, and it is very important. And you see, the thing is that church can be called the organic community because church has certain values. Family can be called, and friends and relatives basically can form organic community because they have certain values which are in common, which are common for everyone. And if we have certain values as a basis for our life, we will be able to solve problems and we will be able to help the world actually and help problems in the world if we have values and if we actually agree on those values. And this is what is missing, I think, and this is what is important for us. And let us, for example, uh, talk right now about problems we have in our world. And we can list a few just. And in this world we have problem of poverty, we have diseases, we have ecology problems, we have wars, terrorism, hunger, and many other problems. And how are we supposed to solve those problems? Through creating community and have a sense of being involved with that community. And as I have told you already, guys, and as as I have told you already about it and about the book which I have read, Greg Martinson, who started building schools in Pakistan for poor people, and especially he wanted to educate girls because his idea was that to help get rid of poverty and terrorism, he needs to find other means of solving that problems. We can solve problem of terrorism through arming ourselves with more arms, but this problem cannot be solved like that. And when we read this book, we learn from that book that Greg Martinson sacrificed his life for the sake of peaceful resolution or resolving the problem of poverty and terrorism. And he decided to build schools for poor children and especially for girls because he believed that when girls will grow up, they will teach their children in the right way so that those kind of children who are going to grow up in a few generations later will not be actually brought up in accordance with evil, and they would lead quite different life, and they will not be poor anymore through education. And this is how he actually wanted to resolve those problems of poverty and terrorism by suggesting and actually showing his own example how he was building schools in Pakistan and also mountain areas, in some mountain areas of Afghanistan, and he was quite successful. At first, people couldn't recognize him, but with time, they offered him a third cup of tea, and this is what is written in this book. And he was quite successful in that vision, and it was his goal. And other people felt like they had a sense and a connection. They were connected to that goal, who were supporting him. But the main point is that it is very important for us actually to think about greater sense of purpose, and this greater sense of purpose for us actually, folks, is related to our values, you know. And we need to think about our values, because we cannot reach success in our world and if we do not have certain values. And for example, if we want to strive and try to get rid of poverty, why should I? I'm successful in this world, and those kind of people, they are poor, that's fine. Let them be poor. I'm just successful. I'm good enough. I'm brilliant, and so forth. So it tells about our values, right? So if we have different values, for example, if we take them from religious background, for example, from Judeo-Christianity, and we can say that I'm supposed to think about the poor, or from Islam, for example, also same values. In some sense, very many of those values are crossing each other, and it is very good to help poor because it's a virtue. And by helping poor, we are just working on our spiritual beings, Or for example, if we fast, and we are not just fasting and we restrict ourselves from food to look better or to, really be slim and good and so forth. Of course, it has some healthy benefits, but on the other hand, it helps us to save some money and to understand those who do not have food, and these are virtues, these are values which are driving in our world. And think about ecology, think about wars, think about hunger, terrorism, and all other things. And actually, I think all these contemporary problems can be resolved and can be helped in our world if we have values. And this is what I think was missing in that speech, and this is what is needed to be added to that. And many values in our world, they are coming from religious actually faith, religious understanding of life. They are coming from Judeo-Christianity ethics and ethics from other religions and so forth. And we are trying to use those in our life. So values are important in our life. It's not just community. It's not just purpose and feeling that you are just connected with this purpose. It's important for us to think and talk about values. And many institutions of public good, including public education, hospitals, and orphans care, were created out by communities with Christian values as the core of their existence. And this is basically what I wanted to talk with you guys today, and this is what I wanted to discuss with you today during my time with you during this stream. And in conclusion, I can tell you that you can watch this speech of commencement speech of Mark Zuckerberg on YouTube, and drop me a comment what you think about it if you really interested in those kind of things. And also I would like you to tell me what you think about values. And I will translate this into Russian as well. И вот это, друзья, я хотел сегодня с вами обсудить и поговорить вот то, чего как бы для меня, кажется, не хватило в речи Марка Цукерберга. Он говорил о цели, он говорил о причастности к цели, но я не увидел там о ценностях. Там вот как-то не совсем видно то, что для того, чтобы осуществлять эти цели в сообществах или быть причастным к этим целям, нам необходимо иметь определенные ценности, на основании которых мы будем строить нашу жизнь, и также решать проблемы, которые вот есть в нашем современном мире. И я показывал вот здесь те проблемы, которые здесь есть, и с которыми мы пытаемся бороться. Это проблема бедности, проблема болезни, экология, войны, терроризм, голод, масса проблем. Но если мы будем создавать сообщество и не иметь ценностей, то от чего мы вообще будем отталкиваться при решении этих проблем? И, конечно, для нас очень важными и фундаментальными являются иудео-христианские ценности, ценности, которые имеют религиозные корни, и которые заложены в духовных книгах, вот в Библии в частности. И когда мы опираемся на эти ценности, мы тогда можем действительно иметь преобразование в этом мире и чувствовать себя причастными к решению многих проблем в этом мире. Вот это то, о чем я хотел поговорить с вами сегодня. И мы увидели, что Грег Мортенсон, который вот пострадал, альпинист, который пострадал в горах и которого нашли пакистанцы, он смог вернуться в Пакистан, и из чувства благодарности он начал строить школы для детей, поскольку он верил, что для того, чтобы справиться с терроризмом, необходимо и с бедностью необходимо через образование. Нет необходимости наращивать вооружение, нужно образовывать детей, особенно девочек, которые воспитают в будущем следующие поколения, и таким образом уже терроризма не будет в этих районах и в этих местах. Поэтому вот он опирался на определенные ценности, и эти ценности двигали его цель. И другие люди были причастны к этой цели, поскольку они также разделяли ценности этого человека. И это, в общем-то, то, о чем я с вами сегодня хотел поговорить в этом стриме, в этом прямом эфире. Вот Наталья Молодшая здесь говорит на Нин Хай и Faith High. Спасибо, друзья. Thank you, friends, that you were here today during my stream. I am about to close, and also at conclusion, I would like to say that it's very important what we have today in our world, and that many institutions of public good, I will repeat it again, including public education, hospitals, and orphan care, were created out by communities with Christian values as the core of their existence. And I would suggest that one of those community is still here in many countries, and this community is called church. And you can join that community as well. And in that community, you can grow spiritually, and you can also grow as a person being involved in solving many problems in this world and feel a sense of meaning in your life. This is my message to you folks today. И по-русски вот скажу, что одним из таких сообществ сегодня является церковь, друзья. И вы можете быть причастны церкви, церковному общению и таким образом стать частью какой-то большей цели, потому что сегодня церкви осуществляют много проблем с благотворительностью, с тем, что они кормят людей, и ваши жертвы, пожертвования, ваше время, которое вы вкладываете на служение людям, оно вас причащает, можно сказать, делает причастным к более высокой цели, вот, о которой, в принципе, говорил Цукерберг, и которой он призывал выпускников Гарварда, вот, чтобы найти цель, но мало того, что найти цель, нужно быть еще причастным к более высокой цели в этом мире. И, как я уже сказал, для того, чтобы быть причастным к более высокой цели в этом мире, необходимо на что-то опираться. И то, на что мы будем опираться для реализации этой цели, является нашими ценностями. И я предлагаю вот эти ценности черпать из иудео-христианской традиции, иудео-христианской религии, для того, чтобы мы могли реализовывать свою жизнь и улучшать сообщество. И таким образом продолжать. И на этом я буду заканчивать. Спасибо вам, друзья, за внимание. Спасибо, что вы сегодня были со мной на этом стриме. Мне было приятно с вами пообщаться. Пишите комментарии, вопросы и ваши впечатления от этого под этим видео. Please write your comments or questions or your impressions about this live stream under this video. Thank you very much, everyone. And I was really glad that we were able to spend time together today. Until next time, I will see you on Saturday during my live stream while we are studying the Gospel of Matthew. Until next time.